Today, we're going to look at the Comica CVM-WM100 Plus wireless microphone system for your camera or cell phone. Let's go. What's up everybody? Phil with Photo Gear Fun here today. We're going to look at a wireless microphone system for creating video, capturing sound. This is it. It's the Comica. And everything you hear on this video is being recorded with that. You say, wait a second, Phil, you're showing us one of the units clearly with no microphone on it. And that's the beauty of this system. It actually comes with two transmitters. So I'm using one transmitter attached to my body. The microphone that came with it is attached. And it's about a couple of inches from my mouth connected to my shirt. Just wanted to kind of walk you around the unit a little bit. It's a plastic build, so it is plasticky. It runs on two AA batteries. And I'm using rechargeable batteries in here. It also accepts USB power. So if you don't want to use the batteries or you want longer run time, it's about 6 hours of battery life, but it does accept USB power. There's a power button. You've got an LED here and here to show the transmitter and receiver. And you can see those are both on. Power button. You've got a set button, which will allow you to change the settings, plus and minus button. On the top, you have your microphone in, and also accepts a line in. So the microphone is locking. You can see it will actually screw in so that your microphone won't pull out. And this is the microphone that comes with it. So again, I've got one of these connected to my shirt, and I'm using that right now. It also comes with the windscreen. It comes with everything you see here. So you've got the transmitter, two transmitters, one receiver, two microphones, cables, the dead cats, wind muffs, whatever you like to call them. So basically everything you need to get going except for the batteries. So I took this outside, wanted to do a range test, wanted to do a sound test. Again, everything you're hearing is on this unit right now. So it's connected to a Sony a7 III. The volume on the a7 III is set to 1, which is the lowest, and the volume on these units set to 5. So it does have an A group and a B group, so you can set your systems up to receive different groups. It's got 48 channels. It's a UHF system, so you might want to check and make sure that in your country the UHF range that you're buying is allowed. So it's not like Wi-Fi where you don't have to worry about that. With UHF, there are certain bands that are licensed in certain countries. But again, you're hearing it right now. The only thing that I'm going to do to the sound is raise the volume if it's needed, so I won't do any processing whatsoever of the sound. These are the units again. Took it outside, so let's go outside. We'll do that range test. We'll hear how it sounds outside, and then we'll come back in and we'll talk a little bit more about this system. Okay, this is a range test. I am just in front of the camera. I'm going to walk backwards. And you can hear there's a fountain in the background. Hopefully you can hear that, so you'll be able to know when the sound breaks, and I'll be able to know when we play it back. I'm just going to take some paces back here. Probably about 12 feet away. 15 feet. About 20, 25 feet, so I'm keeping it in line of sight. Right now there's nothing blocking it. About 30 feet or so, again, line of sight. I'm going to walk backwards, or I'm going to walk forwards and backwards and see. So we'll go about 30 feet or so. This is about 30 feet. I'm going to turn. It's a little windy. So this is at 30 feet, about 30 feet turned around, so there's no line of sight. The pack is on my front. Turn back around now, there's complete line of sight. Pack is on the front. I'm gonna walk another 10 feet or so backwards, so about 50 feet away. Not even sure you can see me in the frame here. About 50 feet away facing the camera, and 50 feet away with my back to the camera. I'll walk another 10 feet or so. So we're probably maybe 65, 70 feet away facing the camera. I'm going to turn around. So now we're 70 feet away with my back to the camera, so there's no line of sight. These are UHF, so line of sight shouldn't matter. Now I'm just going to walk back slowly and talk as we go. It's a beautiful day here, a little bit sunny. Probably see the dappled light here in our little community pond, walking back, facing the camera. And then I'm going to walk completely away from the camera, about that same distance, and we'll see how far it will catch me. So I can't hear the audio. There's no way for me to monitor it. I'm out here by myself, but now I'm going to just turn and walk backwards, or walk away from the camera, forward, I guess. And again, you can listen for the fountain in the background to hear the dropouts, but I'm going to go about the same distance, maybe 60 feet or so away. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to walk a little further over to the corner. Yeah, this is probably, oh man, this is much more than 70 feet, but I'm not sure you can hear me here. I'm going to walk a little bit further, and then I don't think you'll be able to see me on the camera. Maybe you can over here. So I'm a good 100 feet away from the camera. You might be able to see me, might not, but I'm going to walk back now. So I'm walking back slowly, facing the camera. So the microphone and the receiver are facing each other now. Just walking back slowly. Hopefully you can hear this, and we'll see how the audio did. I'm going to do an in-studio test as well, but I wanted to do an outdoor test. This is unrealistic. Most people won't be that far away. But I wanted to give you an idea on how this did for range. So this is probably about, a normal distance away from the camera, maybe this far back or so. So how does this do? I'm going to stand here and turn around, talking, and you should be again able to hear the fountain. So again, this is kind of a normal distance, or it might even be closer to the camera. So we'll take this back to the studio, find out how we did, but there is your outdoor test of this Comica probably, wireless system with 2 receivers. So that was the outdoor test. These things weigh practically nothing. They are a little large, you can see here, but you can put those on your person and hide them, maybe not as easily as some of the smaller ones like the Rode microphones, the new Rode Wireless Go's. What do I think of the system? It's $239, dual channel, so you can have 2 different people being mic'd up into one camera, which is great and very convenient if you need that. If not, you can still run it with just one like I'm doing now. You can have a stereo input, or you can have dual mono, so you can easily split the tracks if you want to do post-production with the audio. One thing I will say, it's a UHF system, and probably with any wireless system, when you go to a new location, there's 48 channels. You want to make sure that you select the best channel and make sure that you're not getting any noise on that channel. And there are headphone jacks in the receiver, so you can connect it to the receiver and listen to your audio and make sure that you're not getting any dropouts or any static or anything like that. So you just make sure you select the proper channel when you get to your site, and you should be good to go. Hopefully there won't be too much interference. I didn't find any interference with this. I'm using channel 16. So again, you just have to, in your location, set your channel, make sure you check your audio. Again, I think for $239, it's certainly not a pro system. It's something that I would use certainly on my YouTube videos. If I were doing a paid job, I'm not sure that I would use it necessarily. You might want to go with something reliable, some of the pro systems, but then you're talking thousands of dollars for a dual channel pro system. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please click on that like button. Also consider subscribing if you haven't already. Get out there and have your photo gear fun, and I will talk at you again in the next video.